13. To a colleague who recovered from being sick. Sometimes it is not just what you say, but how you say it. A workmate of mine was out with pneumonia for 3 months. At his first meeting back, everybody welcomed him, of course. But one person said, "Good to have you back," with so much warmth and care that it was clear that he really meant it. 14. To an upset customer. There had been a phone dispute about an unpaid bill or a missed due date or something like that between a customer and the car insurance company. The customer felt that the issue was not resolved in a fair manner, and he stormed into the local office of the insurance company where he kept his account, ready to start with a tirade of complaints. The person sitting in the office greeted him politely, and instead of taking up the angry vibe and responding in kind, just said very calmly and sincerely, "This is a really nice suit you're wearing." Suddenly the whole stored up anger of the customer dissipated, and the issue was settled in peace and with friendliness. 15. To a colleague who is still sick. Good words don't have to be long. For somebody who is still sick and away from the office, I found it great to say, "We need you back." Being needed is much stronger than just being wished well. 16. To a wife. It is not a good idea to take any favor for granted, even if it has been done 1,000 times before. Just because your wife cooked dinner for you 1,000 times or your father drove you to school 1,000 times doesn't mean that it is obvious or effortless. I say thank you for cooking at almost every single meal that my wife prepares. I also tell her that the food is great at almost every meal, and luckily, with my wife's cooking, that is true at almost every meal. If it ever happens that something is not good, I don't say anything. If she asks me how is the food, I will choose the dish that is best on that day and say, for example, the chicken is really good, and not say anything about another dish that I like a little less. If she pushes me about the green vegetables, then I say, well, you know, I don't like vegetables all that much. In other words, it's not the vegetables that are bad, it's me who is strange.